All right, guys, we have made it to Tampa, to Nationwide Industries location. If you guys have watched the channel, you've already seen this, but for those that haven't seen this facility yet, let me tell you, this place is huge. 120,000 square feet of all sorts of fin stuff, whether it's Nationwide, Lockheed, some grip right parts, they all come out of here. And guys, when I tell you this place is big, it is big. If you watched last year's video, you know what this machine is. If you didn't, so this is a saltwater spray test apparatus. I think that's its scientific name. You'll have to double check me on that though. So this is where they're doing testing, basically real-time testing, saltwater spray, to make sure that the components that they're developing inside meet standards that are required in the real world. Now this is running currently, so we're not gonna open it to give you guys a demonstration, but I saw it while we were walking past and I thought it bared talking about that. Not only is there R&D going on inside, there's R&D going on out here, the salt spray. I think as we wander a little bit further down, if I remember right, there's a 1,000,000 cycle warranty testing center down here. Yeah, just worth noting, not only does R&D go on down here, testing goes on as well. All right, guys, the next stop here in the warehouse is the 1,000,000 cycle warranty testing area. Now, if you're looking at a Nationwide product and you see the 1,000,000 cycle warranty seal, that item got tested here. Now, before we started recording, we're just talking about the hinges that are on this gate itself. These hinges are actually tested to failure. It's typically past that 1,000,000 cycle, but everyone's a little bit curious, how far past it does it go? Just know that to receive that seal, that 1,000,000 cycle warranty, the hinges have gone at least 1,000,000 cycles on a gate on one of these testing stations. Now, throughout the warehouse, at more or less every other aisle, we see bins like this waiting to receive cardboard recyclables. This sign tells us why. So we're recycling paper, plastic, wood pallets, foam, etc. What they'll do is they'll ship this off to New Cycle, who will compress it into a energy cube that can then be burnt later for a kind of recyclable energy program. So not only is Nationwide Industries great at getting us the parts we need when we need it, they're also environmentally conscious with what they're doing with the waste after it's produced. Hey guys, real quick, yesterday you heard me reference New Cycle as we were taking a tour through the warehouse with Nicole, who's the DC manager here at Tampa. Now, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more insight. She shared some information with me that I thought you guys would be incredibly interested with. So one thing, these are the cubes. So they're taking their cardboard waste, which would normally be either sent to some recycling center and who knows what happens with it, or alternately sent to a landfill. They send theirs to New Cycle, who creates these cubes and turns them into an alternate energy source for power stations, coal burning power stations throughout the country that are wanting to convert from coal to a cleaner energy source. Now, this facility has, in 2023, has sent 211,920 pounds, just under 106 tons of recyclable material, cardboard material to New Cycle. That's this facility alone. It's kept that material out of a landfill, turned it into a clean energy source for these coal burning, or prior coal burning energy facilities. The point is, this facility is not only incredibly efficient, you heard me tell you yesterday, 200 orders a day go out of this place, anything from a pallet to multiple pallets. These folks stay incredibly busy, but not only are they efficient, they're also better for the environment. All right, guys, we're towards the end of the warehouse. We're on aisle 43 and 44 for those of you keeping track. We found the majority of the tension bars in North America, I do believe. There's an incredible stock here, both galvanized, black coated, various lengths, various thicknesses. You see, Nationwide isn't only the hardware that you hear a lot about, the Keystone, the Cornerstone, the Trident, the Aqualatch. They do those and they're great at those, but they also have access to a whole host of chain link fittings. And actually, it's not just chain link fittings. I found this. They're also a great resource for post hole diggers. I honestly didn't actually know that was a thing until I saw it sitting here. And I thought you guys might like to know. I think it's worth noting that the same representative that you deal with for your aluminum, steel, ornamental, vinyl, hardware, gate hardware, etc., is also a great resource for chain link fittings. I tell you what we might do, let's just take the next few aisles to find a few items that maybe I wouldn't associate with Nationwide and maybe you wouldn't either. let's take a look and see what they got. We got to make sure, we got to keep an eye out for forklifts. So as you can imagine, this facility is incredibly busy. We mentioned earlier 200 orders a day, anywhere from a few boxes to a few pallets. So these guys are always moving. You got to keep your head on a swivel and listen for beeps. All right, so we got barb arms here, something you wouldn't normally associate with Nationwide. Now, you've got non-self-closing hinges, obviously, so the V-notch, that's something I think you would associate with Nationwide. Let's see what else we have here. We got post caps, aluminum post caps, ornamental hinges. Oh, so you guys have seen these on the channel. So these are the gravity hinges. These are 1 3/8 by 2 3/8. Now these are the one-way version. So the version that you guys saw a few videos ago were the two-way version. This one's for if you need a positive stop on a gate for, say there's like a magna latch or something like that. If you need a positive stop, you only want it to open one way. These are your guys. All right, what else we've got? We've got cantilever rollers. Now, oh, these are kind of, so 4-inch square. Actually, the pallet you guys were watching earlier was a 4-inch round and 6 5/8 round cantilever rollers. More barb arms. You can just know because of the way they're wrapped, and obviously you can kind of see the profile there. We've got some pressed steel 2 3/8 post caps. You got some dome caps there. Contemporary post latches. So these are gonna be for like wood. This is for your wood contemporary gates there. It's just, guys, the aisles go on forever. And this is aisle, I think we're on like 42 right now. So you can imagine, like I said, 120,000 square feet, 8,000 bin locations. It's a lot, it really is. But the point I'm trying to make, and I hope that you guys are getting, is that there's not just the like flagship products that they develop, that they patent, that they test in-house. Those are obviously very important, but they're also so much more than those items. If you guys have any questions about maybe you think it's a fencing related accessory, you're not sure, reach out to your Nationwide rep and they'll let you know if it's something they carry. I have a feeling it might be in here. All right, so now we're in the grip right section of the warehouse. Now we've got their collated nails. They had strip nails further behind me. We've got bins full of exterior screws. Shoot, we even have a grip right air compressor. If you guys were at Fence Tech this last year, you saw the Ninja clip in action. I don't know if you guys can see it, but up at the very top, yeah, they got those too. They got what you need, whether it's Nationwide Industries, Grip Right, Locky, they've got it here, ready to ship out to you. You guys saw the shipping process. They've got the efficiencies down to an art here. I think you guys would be just as impressed as I am. All right, guys, so we're midday through day one here at Nationwide Industries in Tampa. We happen to be able to pop in on Employee Appreciation Day here. Now, one thing that's interesting to note, a lot of companies will have like an Employee Appreciation Day, say once a year. Nationwide actually does it every month, and it's not just Nationwide. They have a committee, the DEC committee, that puts on these events every month to show appreciation back to the Nationwide team here. Today happens to be an ice cream social, it could be a lunch, it could be lots of things. One thing the DEC committee also does is they take the team out of Nationwide into the community for community improvement projects. Guys, one, thank you Nationwide for the ice cream. Two, I think a lot of us could take this page out of the Nationwide playbook by showing our team's appreciation, but also showing our communities that help support us, that we're here to support them. Let's dig in. All right, guys, if you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. I always love interacting with you guys in the comment section. If I can't answer your questions, I'll be sure to forward them on to somebody that can. Also, huge shout out to the Nationwide team. I know that they've gone to great lengths to make sure we're able to produce this content. They're very gracious hosts. I know these guys that are all around have made an effort to make this possible. Huge shout out to you guys. It's a great team, and I thank you for your time. For now, Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, cool.
Yes! Oh my gosh. All right, be prepared to see me on yourself on Nationwide Social.